Hello everyone, and welcome to another Blood Bowl match. This time, it's the second semi-final between Judgement of the Worthy, led by Varkson, and Menz, led by Darth Physicist. So the winner, of course, goes on to play in the grand final. But first, we should look at the rosters. I took some screenshots before the match, so it's sort of a proper representation of both teams. Let's start with Judgement of the Worthy. So as you can see, it's a pretty decent team here. The greatest level up here that I see, it's the Blitzra, the High Priest of Montu with Strength 4. And it will be a great addition to the Tomb Guardian lineup. And yeah, if the Camry manage to hold up the cage, they should do pretty well in the match. And yeah, Menz, the Chaos team, look even better, I would say, with the 3 Chaos Warriors with the Mighty Blow and 4 Beastmen with Block. That's pretty strong, I would say. And they have also a Beastman with Sure Hands, which will surely help with picking up the ball. Right, I think that's it. The difference in team value wasn't that great in this match, I would say. I think, if I remember correctly, was a bit more than 50,000. So I think one of the teams got a Bloodweiser Babe. That would be the Camry team, which had a team value of 1240, and Menz a bit more than 3000, if I remember correctly. Anyway, we can return to the match and see that the Chaos start out on the attack. And the Camry catcher is, of course, using his skill to move closer to the ball. That, of course, might help him later on, because both teams lose a turn. So I would say this is a bit better for Chaos, because Camry sometimes need more time to move the ball down the field, because well, normally you try to keep the Tomb Guardians in the cage, and since they can move only 4, they have only movement 4, they tend to slow down the attack, of course. Depends, you might also play a passing game with Camry. Yeah, right. So it looks like Camry are taking care, doing their best to push back the defensive line, and now are creating a sort of defensive, well, are screening off the ball before they attempt to pick it up. Oh, looks like it's a turnover, but I think looks like the ball was screened off pretty well, and the Chaos should not be able to get too close to it. But we'll see what happens. At least that's another turn lost for the Camry to move the ball closer to the touchdown line. So the Chaos Warriors are trying to destroy the screening skeletons. Oh, I forgot to turn on the skills, of course. So that's it. All that the Chaos managed was to move closer. Now the Camry have to push them back again, although it might prove to be troublesome because they don't have too many players in contact at the moment. They will need to blitz somewhere, I guess, if they want to move the defensive line further back. Let's see, 2-1 dies. That's painful. Whoa, Adam Abuser is injured. He's a pretty strong player. If he's out, no, he uses a substitution. I would think the apothecary, and the Chaos Warrior joins the substitution, which, by the way, already has one player there. So the Chaos have more players in reserve, but at the same time, Camry have the same. So two players in reserve for Camry as well. Let's see if the loss of one of the stronger players might prove troublesome for Chaos. And yeah, Priest of Amun is injured as well, with no long-term effect. But he decides to join the substitution as well, and he might return later on. So the Camry have picked up the ball. We'll see if they manage to move it further up in the next turn. So now the Chaos are attacking the cage and slowly breaking through. They haven't marked the ball carrier until now. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Both teams have 2 rerolls still. Well, that was a quite bold move by Varkson there. I would normally try and keep my Tomb Guardians roughly in the same spot, so that they can assist each other. Although they have strength 5 and assistance is not always necessary. Well, there's another KO. One of the Beastmen is injured. He's knocked out. And now with the assist from the Tomb Guardian, there are 2 dice on the Chaos Warrior, who is knocked out. So 2 strong players out for Death Physicist already in this half. Well, until there's a kickoff. So let's see what's the reply. What will be the reply by Darth Physicist here? So there's a blitz from Beastman. He's attacking the blitz rather here. He's knocked down and the ball carrier is now marked. Looks like, yeah, he's moving closer again with another Beastman. And now he's marking the Tomb Guardian at the back, so that he can't move closer that easily. Well, that's a blitz from Thought. I didn't really see, but another Beastman is KO'd. That's pretty awesome armor breaks there. Although it's turn 5 already. And the Camry haven't managed to move the ball across the center line. So they're recreating the, whoa, double skulls, the reroll, and the POW. Alright, the Beastman's down. And he's KO'd. What is going on in this game? Look at those bells. Four people KO'd on the Chaos team. Just one Blitz Rise out. Or was it a skeleton even? Might have been skeleton. Yeah, it's a skeleton out. Who joined this the substitution previously. So I would say that the Camry now have a decent advantage in the player count, and they should make the best of it. Try to move closer now as fast as possible so that they can score the touchdown. They have a huge advantage here on the left flank at the moment. First of all, because it's completely free from the enemy players. I think that would be a good move to move to the left flank here. There's the least amount of threat there. Oh, there's a dodge by a beastman. You don't see that too often. Let's see if the Camry move to the left flank at all. Maybe they'll just continue to try and injure more chaos, which wouldn't be too bad. Although that's not a common strategy. Normally you would try to knock out or injure as many Camry, but not chaos, I would say. So two Chaos Warriors remaining for the defensive line. The ball carrier is moving to the left flank. He still needs to recreate some sort of screen or cage here, so that the beastmen can't get to him that easily. It is now important to take care of Tolo Tail here, because he's the most threat at the moment. Looks like the Tomb Guardian will take care of that. Yep, at least he's down on the grass. Let's see if our physicist manages to do something about it. Most of his players are actually behind the ball, which is not a very good situation. Okay, and the beastman is blitzing, of course, and both down. So the ball is loose. There's more time lost for Varkson here. He really needs to pick up the ball and move it down the field as fast as possible. I think he can still manage to do something about it, but unfortunately he's out of rerolls, so his best chance, I would say, is to try to pick up the ball with the Thora here and try to move him down the field without risk. That's piling on, but nothing. The beastman just stays on the grass. The the Thora is moving down the field, and does he have enough to score the next turn? His movement is 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, with a GFI he could score. Let's see if he does it in this half or not. So somehow the Camry managed to outrun the Chaos and leave them behind, which is pretty awesome. Well played by Varkson here. But to tell the truth, yeah, many of the Chaos are knocked out. Ouch. He tried to dodge and he managed to do it. And now we'll see what Varkson decides to do about that. That will be his last turn in the first half. The Chaos are really dodgy. Though not the best of agility players, but with agility 3, there are, you can You can dodge, of course, if you're lucky with the dice. Alright, the strongest Tomb Guardians moving forward. That Beastman is going down. So I would say now the thrower will attempt to do a touchdown with a couple of GFI. And he slips on the last GFI. Yeah, I've seen that before. Doesn't feel too good. That's a turnover. Just one GFI and he would have gotten that touchdown. So the Beastman, the Chaos can't score, of course. Well, they'll just try to knock out some skeletons, I would say, because they are the most vulnerable, including this Blitzra. There's something with it. Whoa, High Priest of Montu is injured. He's the Throras are pretty important. One of the few players who have block from the beginning. And he stays injured. That's painful. I didn't catch if he's missing the next game as well. I don't think so. But yeah, he's a pretty important part of this team with strength 4 and block. Let's see how many Chaos come back. Just one Chaos Warrior. So yeah, looks like the Chaos will be pretty short-handed in the second half as well. Let's do the head count while the coaches are setting up. So it's 10 players. Yeah, I think they have had 2 in the reserves. So it's 10 players for Chaos with 1 Chaos Warrior missing. No, all Chaos Warriors are back. Yeah, because one was in the substitution and the one that was knocked out is back as well. And for the Camry, it's 3, 7, 11, so it's full squad. And still one more player in reserves. So the Camry has a small advantage. But one of the stronger Blitzrods is out for this match. For the rest of the match, yes. We'll see if the Chaos Warriors will manage to use their... oh, that's a blizzard, that's painful. Yeah, you can't GFI and snow reduces visibility. Well, you can GFI, but there's a higher chance of you failing it. And you can't attempt long passes. Yeah, you can only try quick and short passes. So no passing. Not that anyone will try them anyway. Alright, the Chaos are trying to knock out the enemy defensive line here. They look like pretty successful. There's another injury on the skeleton. He misses the next game with a broken jaw. But yeah, the Necromancer decides otherwise and he joins the substitution. But yeah, I think, yeah, what happened here was that Darth Physicist decided to take both down, just with the off chance that he might injure the skeleton, and he was successful. Unfortunately, there was a turnover as well. So now the Camry have a chance to maybe mark the ball so that it's harder for the Chaos players to pick it up, because they don't have too many good ball handlers. I think, yeah, there was only one Beastman with sure hands, who's probably the most trustworthy player who could try and pick up the ball here. Well, okay, the ball is marked. Maybe someone else will try and assist there as well. Let's see if that skeleton can reach that spot. I think he had enough movement allowance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that 5, that was fine. and the thrower is marking the ball as well. So 3 players there. One way of getting the ball away would be to knock one of the skeletons onto it so that the ball scatters away. But first he needs to to mark the other players so that they have less chance to pick it up. Let's see if he does that. Looks like it. So he's knocked... no, he's stunned. So he won't be picking up the ball. Let's see where the ball scatters. That's a pretty decent scatter. And now the Chaos Warriors are creating a cage over there. And he's using the dodge. So just one dodge remaining for that physicist. There's a pickup. And the Chaos can start and move forward if the Khemri allow them. They're pretty surrounded at the moment. The weakest spot seems to be the left flank again. Let's see, but first they need to knock down this Tomb Guardian. Another Chaos Warrior is injured. He's badly hurt. But Dark Physicist already used his Apothecary. So that Chaos Warriors will be now injured and out of the match. Right, the ball is now marked. The Chaos will now need to blitz, I think, to free up the ball carrier, or they might try and dodge away. But with the ball in your hands, I don't think anyone will attempt that. Well, looks like a mistake from Dark Physicist there. I would have tried to blitz with the Chaos Warrior here. Down, and now it's double skulls. He needs to use his last reroll. He's running forward. Maybe he will attempt to pass. Pretty unlikely though. And he tries to dodge and he's knocked down. Yeah, that's a shame. I would have liked to see... I would have preferred that he blitzed with this Chaos Warrior here, although he probably couldn't get the dice that he needed and didn't want to risk losing that Chaos Warrior there. Anyway, the game's moving forward. That's no time for reminiscing here and saying who's done better or worse. It's easy to speak after the battle is over. Yeah, forgot the word battle. Never mind. So it looks like the Khemri are in a stronger position at the moment. They have more players on the pitch. And they have managed to creep upon the Chaos here. So if the Khemri manage to pick up the ball, they should try and run in as fast as possible. Oh, there's another stun. Okay, he pushed that skeleton onto the ball to get a better scatter. Don't think it was too good, but let's see if well, it's a problematic Tomb Guardian here because he has strength 5 and block. The last thing he's missing here is stand firm. That's the biggest problem. That you're trying to push that big guy away. Well, sort of big guy, and you can't because he's just standing there and not moving anywhere. So now he's getting back at the Chaos Warrior here. He's down on the ground. The last Beastman in the way. He needs to be pushed out of the way so that other players can reach the ball. Where's the ball handler? The thrower. He's moving forward. He needs to GFI, or he's just surrounding ball. Oh no, there's still a Chaos Warrior here in the way, and the Beastman. Okay, he's marking the ball completely so that the Chaos can't pick it up, and I guess on the next turn Varkson will attempt to push those guys away so that they can pick up the ball. Yeah, now the Camry have a huge advantage because the Chaos are out of rerolls. That's a push. They just need to move away that one player. But yeah, I don't think that's happening. They don't have enough power at this moment to do it. And that... Oh, that was attempt to dodge with a Chaos Warrior. Was that unsuccessful? Yeah, this Tomb Guardian is a huge problem here, because you can't push him away. Well, you can if you can find the players, enough players to do it. But yeah, that's why he needed that last Chaos Warrior, I would guess, to attempt to push him away. It was not successful. And now the ball is now free to be picked up. I guess this thrower will of course attempt it. Looks like the Camry are trying to clear out the way for the thrower to move forward. It's going pretty well at the moment. They just need to either push away or knock out one more player, and they should be good. Yeah, just one Chaos Warrior remaining in defense. The others are either way back or down on the ground. Yeah, somehow Varkson has managed to put all the defensive players behind the ball again. But it's kind of understandable. Yeah, he needs to take risks now, and yeah, unfortunately he's... Nuffle is not smiling at him. He's making fun of him, and that's a shame. Although to say the truth, this matchup looks a bit more balanced than the other semi-final. I wouldn't say that any of the coaches made huge mistakes here, but somehow I feel that with the with the long bench here and the Tomb Guardians, Camry were favorite from the beginning. But I didn't mention it, but I thought that the Mighty Blow of the Chaos Warriors would have done much more damage, but it didn't. I think we saw 2 injuries on the Camry lineup, but it was not enough to stop the Camry moving down the pitch. Well, they did stop it, sort of, in the first half. But in the second half, the Camry managed to mark the ball successfully and to pick it up a bit later, and now they are slowly moving down for a touchdown. Let's see if they will try to stall it or score on the next turn. There's another blitzer who's KO'd. Right, I don't see any way that they can reach. They can reach the ball carrier, so it looks like a sure win for the Camry here, unless they get unlucky with some skulls or something. They still have 2 turns left, this one and another one. So they either need to score now or make sure that the chaos can't reach them. Looks pretty strong now. And he's moving just before the touchdown line. And I think he's completely out of reach from any chaos players. It looks like it will be a blitz on the strongest Tomb Guardian here. Oh, he's attempting to foul that guy. Not the best thing you could do on the last turn. And there's a small victory dance from the thrower there. And he scores on the last turn. So the game ends 1-0. The Camry win and move on to the grand final of the Steel League this season. I don't know what more can I add to this. The Camry played a pretty strong match. The Chaos didn't manage to knock out any skeletons. Most of them, all of them, I think, joined the substitution. One Blitzer was injured, but it wasn't serious. And we can quickly have a look at the Judgment of the Worthy. So looks like the High Priest of Amun has managed another level up, and he has now more movement, so movement 7. He's now an even stronger ball carrier than before. All he needs now is block, but he won't get it before the end of the season. I wouldn't think so. Otherwise, it's the same theme as before. And he will have a full squad here of 13 players, which is pretty good for Camry. And the team value is not that high, only 30. And let's have a quick look at their opponent as well. And their opponent in the grand final is Dons, led by Andes. You probably saw the other semi-final, which was cast live by AD English and Fallen Glory, which was a pretty one-sided match. But anyway, you have those matches sometimes, and Andy's managed to play pretty well. I would say even very good, considering what happened in that match. And if you haven't seen it, I think you can watch it live on AD English's channel. I will give the link down below as well. So let's have a look at this roster. So yeah, this is a pretty strong one with two werewolves who have block here. And yeah, another white with strength 4. Something similar to the Blitzra on the Camry team. Except that this player also has the Mighty Blow. So another white with dodge. So he threw doubles there. And 2 zombies with block as well. So both teams look pretty strong. Depends who manages to use his advantages better. I'm not going to predict the winner here because it's pretty hard to tell at this moment. Both teams will have full squads of the players. The Dons will have a slight advantage in slight advantage in team value. They also have 90,000 in the bank. They might try to buy another skeleton if it's necessary. Although I don't see the point. Maybe they can spend that money on a wizard if it's enough, because there's a 60,000 difference here. Plus 90,000, they can get the wizard if they think it's necessary. Anyway, anything can happen in final. It will be cast live, I think, on Tuesday late evening, and the match will be available on YouTube as well. But I think there will be probably announcements. You'll find it if you want to see it cast live by me and AD English. Anyway, that's it for this video. Subscribe, give this one a like, and see you in the next one. Oh, and thank you for watching. Bye, guys.